I'm feeling nostalgic today. Let's roll the intro. Yo guys, what's going on? Happy Friday. Great start to the weekend. It is Jersey Concept Day. Welcome back, and if you're new, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. My name's Neil. If you are new, would love it if you could hit the subscribe button down below. Today we are looking at jersey concepts, and from a designer that we've looked at in the past, actually, and if my memory serves me correctly, what we saw from this designer the first time he or she, I'm not actually sure if Saturn styles as a guy or a girl, was amazing. The first set that was submitted maybe 7 or 8 months ago was very good, if I remember correctly. So I have been sitting on this one, probably 4 months-ish, maybe 4 or 5 months. I believe he or she created these in October of last year, and I'm pretty excited for it. If it's anything like the first submission, this should be an excellent set, possibly one of the best on the channel. I haven't seen these yet. We're going to react to these and kind of have some fun with this. So there are 32 teams. Yes, there is a Seattle, and if you guys want to come up with your concepts, maybe you're thinking about becoming a jersey concept designer, you've got Photoshop already, all you need is a template or something to work with, you can go to sportstemplates.net and then use code POST2POST, and that'll save you 10% off the template. And maybe you want to go beyond the jersey template, or maybe you already have it and you want something else. You can get baseball templates on there, and football templates, and football helmets, and goalie masks, and arena ice setups, and all kinds of incredible templates on sportstemplates.net. If you want to come up with a full set of jerseys or helmets or anything you'd like to do, uniforms, please send them in. I can review them, I can rank them, I can react to them, all that good stuff, and we can have some fun here, because as serious as hockey is most of the time, stressing about if your team's going to win or lose, there's that really fun side of hockey that's, the lighthearted side, looking at the logos and the jerseys and just kind of having some fun. We do that every single Friday and Monday here on this channel, so please subscribe if you're not already. All right, let's get into these. Let's open this up and start reacting. I believe these are in alphabetical order as far as abbreviation. All right, Anaheim's first. Okay, good start, actually. It is rare that you see an Anaheim Ducks jersey using black as the primary color. Most of the time, they instinctively choose orange or the green. You see on the shoulder here, I guess I didn't even realize I was wearing Anaheim, and Anaheim's first. This orange, or this green, or this teal. And then maybe it's a white. If you do black, it's usually the fourth choice. So it's a bit rare to see this, and I like the decision. It's definitely not the best Anaheim Ducks concept that I've seen, but I do really like it. It's I would say it's kind of average, maybe a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 kind of sounds bad, but I have so much to see. There's 31 other ones, so we'll leave it at a 6 out of 10 for now. Next up, Arizona. This is a really good mix. This is a really good mix between the Kachina jersey and the primary home jersey. He or she has stripped kind of this section here and made it all one color, kind of like the previous generation of jerseys I believe they used in the early Reebok years, potentially. So I like that decision. I really like Arizona's previous home jersey from last year. They're using the Kachina as their primaries now. But, there's nothing wrong with that jersey. But I also like the previous generation, the one that this looks like. So I like this decision by Saturn Styles here to kind of go back to the roots a little bit, but also incorporate that Kachina vibe to it with the thing in the back of the neck and then with the stripes. Kept a shoulder patch on there or a similar one, and has it color matched with the rest of the jersey. This is very nice. I like this. It's it's simple, it's clean, but it's very nice. Next, Boston. Ooh, immediate swing and a miss for me just based on the brown. I don't mind that kind of old school classic logo. I think they've used that in the past. I don't remember on what specific jersey. I don't know if it's a Winter Classic or a specialty jersey, but I believe I've seen that before. But the brown and the shape of those shoulders, just something I'm not personally into. That sounds weird. I'm not really into anything specific when it comes to jerseys, but I just don't really like it. I prefer other jersey or other shoulder designs where it has the harsh line, kind of like the New Jersey Devils home and away, how they just have that, just the patch that's squared, or not the patch, but the shoulder that's squared off. This is more rounded, more of a previous generation or old schooler type of design. Nothing wrong with it, just personal preference. I prefer the more boxy look on the shoulders. Buffalo. Hey, okay. So the 50th patch is on the shoulder. So this is kind of goes back to the previous season, because right now I guess it's technically the 51st anniversary of the Buffalo Sabres. But they had that wonderful, wonderful 50th anniversary jersey that had the white, and then it had more of the gold accents in the striping and stuff, not the yellow. It looked so good. And he's kind of made the darker version of that. And I think it's a deeper blue than what they're actually using last year, keeping with that kind of goldish color as the accent color. And he's also using the same logo that was used on that 50th anniversary jersey. They used a very detailed version of the logo, which they actually use in their home and away now this year in their new royal blue ones. But this is the offset of that white one from last year, and it looks really good. I love this one. Carolina is next. Ooh, so again, definitely some consistent vibes here throughout. Saturn Styles is very good at combining multiple assets in an organization's library of images and graphics and stuff, and previous jersey designs, taking something really good from a jersey, taking something really good from another jersey, and kind of combining it. This is what this is in a way. It's very similar to their home jersey, but with that alternate logo from their dark stealth-ish jersey together. So this one's a fine one. Columbus is next. I don't know why I wasn't expecting to see white, because they've all just been so dark so far, but I'm hit with this white one. And you guys know usually I don't really like white jerseys that much. This is nice. This is so nice. It is just, it's two-tone. I didn't even realize that at first. I was expecting there to be, well, I'm not sure, there might be gray around the numbers. But this is a very simple jersey. It does remind me of the Tampa Bay Lightning away jersey a bit, but the striping is different, and because you're using 3 individual stripes versus 1 solid stripe, it makes it feel a little bit more full and busy, even though maybe the width from the bottom stripe to the top stripe might actually be the same size as the one that's on the Tampa Bay Lightning one, but it feels different because there's 3 individual ones versus 1 big one. So I love that decision. I think that just adds a little bit of life to what could be a potential boring jersey. That's how such a little subtle change in striping can really kind of change the feel of the jersey. I like the decision on the collar to kind of have it stop halfway down. This is a great jersey, a very nice white jersey. Calgary's next. Ooh, this one's tricky. I get some retro vibes in here. The collar being so thick and white, I don't know about that. Yeah, it does balance quite nicely with the striping on the arm and the bottom of the jersey. It definitely balances nicely, but it's just so, I don't know, just so big, thick, and white. I just don't really like it, and that is what she said. I'd say this one's average for me. Chicago. A Chicago jersey based on the city flag of Chicago, and the more I see these, the more I really like them. And there are so many jersey concept designers making these that Chicago, you just have to do it, because clearly a lot of people like this design, a lot of people like this concept, and are going this route. And it not only matches their brand in a way, it also pays respect to the city of Chicago. And it's just something a little bit different to just diversify the brand a little bit. So this is fantastic. I really like this. Excellent recolorization of the logo, the main logo, adding in the stripes and the stars there. Keeping the same shoulder patch, but just, again, recolorizing it. This is excellent. Colorado is next. A very similar design to one of my favorite jerseys. I think I'm getting a little numb. I'm getting a little numb to these ones, just because I see them so often, and I love their alternate jerseys so much, and I've seen so many variations similar to it. I'm getting a little bit numb to them, so I'm not feeling the love on this one, and I think I've maybe just seen too many similar ones, I guess, in a way. It's still nice. I've maybe just seen too many similar ones. Dallas. Very simple. Again, that's I think that is one thing I remember saying about Saturn Styles designs from before, that not every full set of jerseys or any individual jersey needs to go break the sound barrier and do this next level thing that's just crazy and come up with this just in your face design. Sometimes it works, and some concept designers are very good at it, but you don't always have to do that. And Saturn Styles, I've noticed, is really good at just making some small, subtle changes. And this is a really good example. Taking some of the imagery that they've used in the past, that logo, combining it with some maybe updated striping, and using black. And this would really complement their brand very well. It has the silver in there as an accent color. It is different than their primary because it's green. Their away is white. Black is an obvious third alternate jersey choice, and it matches their previous history as well in a way. So this is really nice. I like this one. Detroit. Okay, so this is very close to the reverse retro. I think I said at the beginning of the video these were made in October. I don't actually remember when the reverse retros were announced. I feel like it was November. So maybe he created these prior to the reverse retros. But this is very close to the reverse retro jersey. And it's a fine jersey. The Detroit one is a fine jersey as well. It's just maybe a little bit lackluster. I don't necessarily feel it like this is lackluster. The back of the neck really does kind of change it a bit. But I've definitely seen better Detroit Red Wings jerseys, concepts. Edmonton. Ooh, I thought it was the Islanders for a second. Whoa, the shade of blue has changed. Very close to the Islanders shade. The neck is cool. This isn't too bad. I think it maybe is a little bit too close to the Islanders colors. That is almost an identical blue, an identical orange, I think. At least on my screen. Hey, maybe it might be different on yours. But, it's nice. It is nice, but maybe a little bit too close to the Islanders. Florida. Perfect. The only thing I'm missing is their alternates, or not the alternate, their the kind of special patch that they use that has the alternate text or captain text above it, or it would be blank if you're not an alternate or captain. But they have the numbers on the shoulders, and they have that patch where the number would usually go on a jersey. That is one of my favorite patches. You also have the state flag in there as well. So it's not seeing that on the jersey is maybe a bit of a miss just personally for my love from that patch. So I miss it on here. But as far as the jersey goes, it is the perfect complement to their brand. They have the red one colorized like this, but this having the blue as the primary color and having the red stripe in the background is almost an inverse of that other dark one. So it does match their brand very well, and I could totally see them using this as an alternate jersey. So again, good job on this. LA. If he knows me, then he knows right away I'm going to like this based on the purple. The NHL needs more purple. I wouldn't typically choose to use gray as an accent color here on the white. I don't know if it looks good. That's what I'm leading into. It looks good, but I never would have thought that to use it because in my brain, I just would have suspected that maybe they wouldn't match too well. They do here. I don't like the logo being chose for the front, though. I would have preferred to see maybe a different logo. But the striping looks good, accented in gray. It does match quite well with the purple. So overall, not including the logo, really good. I like it. Logo, miss for me. Minnesota. It's hard to screw up Minnesota. Their logo and their coloring is so good. And he's using an off-white here instead of a white, which is a phenomenal decision. Just a really, really good jersey. I think I prefer their actual jersey more. It's probably one of the best in the leagues. Their home primary. And yeah, I mean, this is really good. Nothing wrong with it. This is a top tier concept. Montreal is next. Oh snap! That's what I'm talking about. This is amazing. Okay. The maple leaf on the shoulder is throwing me off just slightly because of the Toronto Maple Leafs. But having the fleur-de-lis in there is a very nice compliment. And having it colorized in the same color as the jersey, or if that would just be negative space of the maple leaf, and that's actually jersey material showing through. Either way, pretty cool. Using maroon instead of a red, so paying respect to the Montreal Maroons back, way back. And man, this is really good. Saturn Styles, I really like this one a lot. New Jersey is next. Oh, black is a very common concept choice for the New Jersey Devils recently because they need it and because it looks good. This does look good. I don't know about the green accents. Of all of the black concepts that I've seen that use green in it somehow, this is probably the best one. I don't know if I am totally on board. Like I wouldn't be like, oh man, I'd buy this if this was an actual jersey, Adidas jersey. I probably wouldn't. I don't hate it. I don't love it. So this is probably middle ground for me. Nashville is next. Again, just a really good decision here. Keeping it simple. I love the stripes. The stripes look so good. I think it's just the little decisions that go behind a lot of things. Like if he had have taken that yellow stripe on the arm and then put the white accent stripe touching it and not having the blue in between, that would totally change the jersey. But just having that space in between the yellow stripe and then the blue and then a small white stripe, that is just a really good small decision that kind of changes the jersey. It almost gives me football vibes in it, just a bit. That's not a bad thing. The patch on the shoulder looks to be circular and not shaped as a guitar pick. That could just be my perspective. So I would probably personally swap back to guitar pick. I like that. The numbers are outlined great. And that logo, which I think works sometimes and sometimes doesn't, on the fence. I'm on the fence. I would say probably be on the side of the fence that it does work, but it's not my favorite. Next is the Islanders. I'm going to say no to the logo. It's okay. I might actually remove the shoulder patches from this one. I usually don't say that. I usually prefer to have jerseys with their shoulder patches on there. But in this situation, I kind of feel like maybe it's a bit too busy. Maybe it could be just because it's redundant because they're both the same. So maybe have, I don't know. I know a lot of people don't like this, but when they put the state flag patch on there, Calgary does that or used to with the provincial flag. But it might be kind of cool to see the New York state flag on there. Although I think it's blue and it would blend in maybe a little bit too much with here. But yeah, there's something going on with the shoulders that's throwing me off, and I don't know about that primary logo. So I'd say this one's probably a miss for me overall. Next is the Rangers. Yeah, Lady Liberty. I'm gonna say no to the collar. I find it super distracting because it looks like, you know, when you get an award or a medal and they put it around your neck and it's got red, white, and blue. That's the first thing I saw is a metal strap or whatever that would hold the actual medal. That's a bit of a shame that I've seen that, because if I hadn't seen it and gone about this jersey and then someone in the comments mentioned that, hey, that looks like he's wearing a medal or something, I'd be like, oh, now I can't unsee it. It's one of those situations. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. But I do like the Liberty, Lady Liberty. That's got to be in there. Good choice there. Ottawa Senators. Oh, this is almost... Recently I did a black edition jersey concept set, and there's some really good designs in there. This is a jersey that might even fit in with that other person's set. This looks like a black edition jersey. This looks really good. I kind of like this. The deepness of... it's almost evil kind of in a way. The O outlined in red, it almost makes me think of Lord of the Rings. I think it was at the top of the tower. They had that big ring or the eyeball. I can't remember what it was. It's been a damn decade since I watched the movies. But I kind of get those vibes a little bit. I like this one. Philadelphia's next. Okay, I think this one is a fine jersey. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Doesn't get me too excited. I think the decision to have the sleeves cut off in the middle and have the bottom black, I think that's an okay decision. I typically don't like that because it makes it look like a t-shirt versus a full sleeve jersey. But here, I think it's probably it would work out well, because if you think about the color that the team would wear as gloves, they would be black, right? So it would blend very good into the gloves from the jersey. So that was a decent decision. I'd say this is maybe just a little bit above average. Don't love it though. Pittsburgh's next. Oh yes, I really like this one. The logo colorized like that is great. This is amazing. And this is a situation where maybe I'm feeling like I missed something on the shoulders. I don't know what I would put there, and I think it would have to be small, whatever it was. But this is nice. This is just a very clean jersey. I might even like this more than their actual primary home jersey. I don't know. I gotta sit on this one. I'm gonna rank these at the end, or I'll give you my top five at least. This one's tough. Seattle's next. I think every Seattle concept I see, I like, just because it's so new. I'm just so desperate to see their actual design. Or just, we have a new brand in the NHL so we can think about what things will look like. And man, I just get so excited when I see the concepts because I want them so bad. This is great. I love it. San Jose. Oh, old school logo, different striping. I think it's the shoulders. There was something throwing me off at the beginning. I think it's the shoulders. They might be just too big. If they were just a little bit smaller, I might like it more. That is also what she said too. I don't hate this at all. I would say it's above average. Maybe just a couple of tweaks. This could be amazing in my books. St. Louis is next. Yes, it is. This goes back to original St. Louis days in the late 60s or early 70s, whenever they joined, it doesn't matter. This is awesome. This gives me nostalgia vibes. This is great. This is a really simple jersey. This would look so good on the ice. Think about how in a uniform, how good this would look. No nonsense, no crazy pinstriping or nothing going on, just a very simple jersey from an old team. This works. Tampa Bay. This also works. A new revitalized brand here of the Tampa Bay Lightning from Saturn Styles. This is great. What's the word I'm looking for? Gradient. The gradient within the bolts on the arm, I think anyway, but that could just be the lighting, but it looks like there might be a gradient in there. That looks really good. There's a gradient on the actual logo in the middle. That gives it dimension. It gives it a bit of perspective, which is, it's a difficult thing to do in logos on clothes and jerseys and stuff. And as this is digitally created, it may look different if this actually existed in real life, but just to think about how it could look, this is really good. Deeper blue with the black on the bottom. This is so good. I really like this. Maple Leafs. Heck yeah. This is awesome. Again, kind of looks like a jersey that, hey, maybe they wore this in 1925 or something, and they brought it back just to pay respect to that year and that time period. And I'd be like, yeah, that actually looks exactly like something they would have worn back then. So, that's fine with me. And although they didn't wear a jersey like this, not that I'm aware of anyway, this looks good. I really like this. It's just something different, right, from the Maple Leafs. Seeing the numbers on the shoulders too. Yeah, I like that. Next is Vancouver. Oof, this one's going to be a miss for me. Yeah, not digging that. I don't know. It is very rare that I've seen a Vancouver Canucks concept using green as a primary color that I've liked or even loved. This one's a miss. I don't like green as the primary color, and I don't like that logo in the middle. Just personal preference. Nothing wrong with the jersey at all. I'm sure there's lots out there. You guys are going to love it. Just personal preference, not for me. Vegas. Ooh, I got to zoom in here. I'm not going to zoom in on your screen, but I want to zoom in on my screen because he has done something that is very difficult, okay? I just want to bring attention to this. It is a very difficult thing to do. He's added that gold fleck texture to the gold, or I guess the metal fleck texture to the gold. That is something that's easy to do in person because it is a physical, there is a little hook, little tiny silver hooks within the gold that actually gives you that shine or metal fleck. And that's difficult to do digitally and represent the same visual appearance. So he's gone above and beyond, he or she, sorry, noticing the little details in a jersey. This totally makes this concept. Just seeing that texture in there, it is something that would be potentially time consuming to do to make this concept. But he or she's gone the extra mile to add it here, and that's what makes this concept special. And it is not the best, it's not the best concept I've seen, but the fact that he or she did this is so, I just appreciate it so much because it just shows you the level of detail and care that someone takes when they're designing a concept. This is a professional concept. Winnipeg is next. This is the second last one. Oh, it's so good. It's it is amazing. Okay. I have a jersey here off to my left that's in the background. This is kind of the white jersey of that. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is the inverse of that in a way. Very similar to the other one that they use, but just different. It's more clean. The logo is different. This is a really good example of one that, hey, if it existed, I would throw my money at it and I would buy it. Excellent work. And the last one is Washington Capitals. Hey, this is basically the reverse retro in a way. Shoulder pad. Okay, hold on now. Let's dissect this. I see shades here of multiple jerseys. And what's funny about it is, if he did actually create this prior to the reverse retros being announced, he has predicted not only one jersey, but two jerseys in a way. Because this is very close to the reverse retro. But if you took that alternate jersey that they came out with January-ish, early January, if you took that one and combined it with the reverse retro, you'd kind of get this jersey. So if he did create this prior to both of those, he definitely created this prior to one of them, I think, being released. That is super impressive. The foresight there to see that is really cool to see. This is a nice jersey. I don't know if it's better than reverse retro. It is better than their alternate jersey, I think, that they came out with. I will say that. I might have to sit on it a little bit and see if I like it more than the reverse retro. But all right, that wraps it up. I'm going to actually rank these now, and I'll come back at you in a minute with my top 5. All right, top 5 time. I've done it. I've actually come up with a top 5 this time. I'm not going to do a top 6. I've decided on the top 5. In 5th position, I have put my favorite team, which rarely makes it into the top anything because I'm super critical, Montreal Canadiens. They just did such a good job on the shoulder patch, bringing back the maroon, keeping everything else generally the same. A couple tweaks, obviously, but having the numbers on the elbow is a rare thing to do. Usually doesn't happen. I can only think of maybe 1 or 2 jerseys that actually do that. LA Kings Reverse Retro is one of them. That is typically something you don't see because there is so much movement in the arm. But I'm going to let it slide here because I think it looks so good. I really respect the fact that the striping actually matches the same horizontal plane on the middle of the jersey and the arm. Number 4, Montreal Canadiens, our rival, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Very simple. Again, just feels like an original 6 jersey that they would have pulled from the historic files and then thrown to Adidas and be like, yo, make this. We used to wear it. Make it. We're going to wear it again and pay respect. So this works for me. Really like it. Number 3. Probably predictable based on my reaction, if you know me, about Tampa and how I want them to rebrand. Of course, Tampa's going to be in my top 5 here. Such a perfect job. I love the deep shade of blue used here. I think this would be phenomenal for the brand. Number 2 and number 1 are maybe something I've never done before in a multicolored set of black and whites. I have put 2 white jerseys in the top 2. The first being, the second, I guess, in second place, being the Winnipeg Jets. This is just great. There's literally nothing I would change about it. I wouldn't even add a shoulder patch. It would make it too busy at that point. So good. And number 1 is maybe a jersey or a team I've not ranked first ever, and not anytime recently, I don't think. The Columbus Blue Jackets. This is just such a clean and it's just a really pretty jersey. Like, there's nothing. I could just see this on the ice and it just looking so good in uniform. I don't know what color pants they would use. I hope they wouldn't use black. I would prefer them to use the same blue that's on the jersey. I just think it would look so good on the ice. It would look really good hanging in my background. Just looks really good. So, as suspected when I started this video, Saturn Styles has knocked it out of the park with a lot of these. So I'm very impressed, Saturn Styles, with your work. Please link down below in the comment section your Instagram or Twitter design portfolio, whatever you have and you want people to see. If I see your comment, I will pin it. And if you comment that and I don't pin it, just remind me like the next day and I'll pin it or something like that. People should be able to find your work. So I appreciate you sending those in. Had a ton of fun going through those. Like I said, if you guys want to come up with your sets, go to sportstemplates.net. Use code POSTABOST, save yourself 10%. Send me the sets whenever you get them done, and I will review, rank, or react to them all. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great start to your weekend. Please subscribe if you're not already. Please like this video, and I will catch you later. Adios.